Hi there, Loy Machedo, speaking to you from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. The date right now, the date today is 2nd of November 2014. The time right now is 5:49 in the morning. I have not yet slept and I need to sleep. But before that, I want to address this issue. Today, I want to speak to you about the nonsense that people buy, believe, and bullshit themselves into. What am I talking about? I'll give you a couple of examples. Lately we have been hearing about this Ebola virus. Everyone's like, oh, Ebola, Ebola. Yes, and everyone's, every newspaper is talking about it. Every airline is worried about it. Every country is worried about it. And it seems to be going like a pandemic. However, I did a little bit of research. And the research I did is from the World Health Organization website. Okay, you need to check it out. See, before you believe any bullshit that people tell you, or especially the media, do a little bit of research. That's where common sense comes in. That's where critical thinking comes in. That's where being honest with yourself comes in. But people, what they do is they'll just believe any bullshit people tell them. For example, I checked the top 10 causes of death from 2000 to 2012. That was the data that was available by World Health Organization. So it says here 7.4 million. Yes, doggy? Okay, I'll come to your fish. My doggy is hungry. Okay, wait, let me give my doggy a cookie. Doggy cookie. Yeah. Okay, go now. Okay, so like I was telling you, the 7.4 million. Can you go this side? Go inside. Thank you. Yeah. So like I was saying, 7.4 million people are dying because of ischemic heart disease. Okay, 7.4 million. Then stroke, 6.7 million. Then what is COPD? Some COPD death. What is that? Chronic disease. Okay, chronic disease or something. It kills 3.1 million people. Then lower respiratory infection, 3 million. Then bronchitis, lung cancer, 1.6 million. HIV AIDS, 1.5 million. Diarrhea, 1.5 million. Diabetes, 1.5 million. Road injuries, 1.3 million. Hypersensitivity, 1.1 million. And now, drum roll. How many people die because of Ebola virus? As per which website is this? Time magazine. It says, until now, 5,000. 5,000. To give you an idea, out of the total number of 56 million people, so that's 56 million is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 zeros. 56 and 9 zeros. Let me make sure I got that correctly, because otherwise people will correct me. Calculator. Okay. So, out of 56, that is 560, 5,600, 56,000, 560,000, 5 million. Okay. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 zeros. So, 56 and then 6 zeros. 56 million people who died. So, we'll minus 5,000. 1, 2, 3. So let's see. So we have 55,000, 995, and 000. So those many people are dead because of some other reasons. Now can you imagine what the newspaper is doing about, let's say, road injuries? Nobody's bothered. About heart disease? It's old news. Nobody's bothered. Stroke? Who wants to talk about it? They want something exciting. They want something spicy. So they put Ebola virus. All of a sudden, everyone's like, when I went to the supermarket, I happened to see this guy. He is having a, like the nurse, doctor mask, breathing mask. He's having his son. I just asked him, what's this mask? He said Ebola virus. So, this is what the media does. This is one example. The second thing which I want to talk to you about is, this nonsense that was going on. ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. All of a sudden became a viral thing. Everybody was talking. Everyone was dumping ice bucket after ice bucket. and cold water, and everyone was tagging everyone. I got 46 people who requested, who said, Loy, you are the guy for the ice bucket challenge. They sent me emails, they sent messages, and I didn't do it. And because I didn't do it, they were like, Loy, how can you be like this? You have no heart? You don't feel anything for those poor people of ice, who are suffering from ALS? Can't you put up a video dumping some ice water on your head? And then from ice bucket challenge, we had the Gaza sand bucket challenge. Then you had someone stupid who put the hot water bucket challenge. In fact, for those of you who don't know, the ice bucket challenge, Indians have been doing that for many, many years because, Indians don't have a heater in their house. So they put water in a bucket and leave it in the night because in the morning there's no water. So it's called, it's anyway cold, So they have a nice bucket, icy cold water on their head and they have bath with it. So this ice bucket challenge was not American, it was predominantly Indian. And now if you actually look at it, who's interested in the ice bucket challenge? Nobody is. Anyone's talking about it? No. Nobody's talking and nobody's interested because nobody wants to watch any more videos of ice bucket. Nobody is getting famous. So is anyone donating anything? Nobody's donating. I know so many idiots who put up videos, but they didn't donate a single penny to the ice bucket challenge. So that's another nonsense. And the third nonsense which I want to speak to you about is this, the 10 hours video, that woman walking in New York nonsense. She walked for 10 hours to get a 2-minute video footage with 100 cat calls around. Seriously, is that the most serious thing that we need to worry about right now? Cat calls and people whistling. And, if you actually look at the video, all they are doing is they're wishing her, hey, good day, how are you, ma'am? You look nice. They're giving her compliments. It's New York. It's not fucking Baghdad. It's not bloody, Saudi. It's not Iran. It is a free country where people are being courteous to the lady. Now, if she had a problem, go sit in a bloody house, cover yourself. Women compliment me. That doesn't mean I start putting a video and saying, oh, look, they're calling me cat calls. Listen, have a bit of maturity. It took you 10 hours to get a 2-minute video footage. So that shows how desperate you are trying to show what you want people to see. There are much more serious problems that are happening on our planet. There are women who are suffering because of cancer. There are women who are suffering because of, being abused by religious fanatics. There are women who are not having education. Let's highlight those issues. This stupidity that, oh, I walked in New York and, people were whistling. Nobody has time for this shit. You need to grow up. So these are the 3 stupid issues that are being talked about online, and people who are jobless are making a big fuss. One was the Ebola virus, one was the ALS ice bucket challenge, and now it is that woman who's walking some 10 hours in New York and all that bullshit. So, my dear friends, please grow a bit of brains if you don't have any. Do a little bit of research and use your reasoning because all this is nonsense. And most of you are jobless and you don't know what to do in life. So that is why whenever you read anything, you're like, ooh, okay. Anyway, Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. Ooh, that was a nice burp. Thanks to the soda. So if you have any comments, put your comments down below. If you want to abuse me, feel free. And any questions, loy@loymachedo.com. And this is Loy Machedo saying goodbye for now. Bye.